Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Modi with OddsJam, and we're in a little bit of a lighter sports period during the MLB All-Star break, but OddsJam recently just added college football lines to the site, so I'm already seeing some pretty good value on a couple plays, so I figured why not lock these in and chat about them. Before I get started, one thing I do want to mention is the OddsJam Discord. This is something that we recently just launched like within the past week. And the goal of it is to be a positive sports betting community type place for people like you that are watching this video, assuming you guys are sports bettors, to join the Discord and just talk shop, talk sports betting. You can get access to our free picks. We do have some paid premium expert picks as well for those of you that might want to pay for that. But we do also offer a lot of free stuff, free picks, trophies where we post our biggest hits. The only rule with the trophies is the bet had to have been posted somewhere on the Discord before posting it in the trophies. So it had to have been posted somewhere for people to tail. Other than that, you see we have positive EV betting strategies, sports betting talk, DGen bin, which is always fun. The link to the Discord is in the description of the video. I recommend checking it out. Like I said, it's hopefully a sports bettor's dream for a community where everybody can just kind of talk sports with each other, talk sports betting. And it's free to join. Like I said, there's a bunch of free offerings. So if you want to join, check it out. You might like it, and then hopefully, we can go from there. But like I said, I have a couple best bets specifically for college football. They all happen to be, there's a lot of them on BetMGM, which I liked. BetMGM is one of my, it's a good book. It's just, it's a solid one. So the first one that I'm looking at here is Purdue plus 3.5 against Penn State. So all three of these have 3% positive expected value. So I'll talk about that one first since they're all the exact same. This percent here is your percent edge that you hold over the sportsbook. So in this case, it's the percent edge we hold over BetMGM. The way it works is this OddsJam line here is pulled from the most accurate sportsbook in the world in terms of pricing odds. They accept the most sharp action, and they just in general have the most efficient betting lines. So these lines are going to be the closest accurate representation of what a market should be priced at. Before you can do anything, it's important to remove the VIG. Make sure that you are getting the true line, the true odds for what OddsJam is pricing these lines at. The VIG is just the juice that sportsbooks price odds. It's how they make their money. Excuse me, they don't charge a transaction fee or anything like that, so you can play as many plays as you want on BetMGM and you won't get charged for the actual bet itself. Instead, the odds are juiced up a little bit. So like the minus 110 we see on each side, the math behind that is you need to risk $110 in order to win 100. So if I bet $100 on the over, someone else bet $100 on the under, no matter what, BetMGM would profit about $10 in that situation. Multiply that $10 by thousands and thousands and thousands of bettors with even more money, and you start to understand how they make so much money. So removing the VIG is really, really important in order to get a true, like I said, true, accurate representation of what lines are being priced at. Market width here is just it's just a way to measure confidence in what the OddsJam line's being priced at. The lower the number, the better. Anything 25 and below is fair game. And it's just literally calculating the difference between these two numbers. So 21 minus 8 equals 21. This one has 21 cents in market width. And then this percent, to get back to that, so this percent is the difference between the no VIG odds and the odds that you're betting it at. It's a mathematical formula that spits out your actual profit margin. So if I put $100 on these three bets, I would figure to profit $9 from that from those series of bets. Now, obviously, if all bets win, I'll get my profit, or whatever combination of that, I'll get my profit and loss. But over time, you will notice that your actual profit margin starts to equal your expected profit margin. It's kind of funny how that works out. It's the math behind it. So stacking positive expected value bets on top of each other is how you can be profitable in the long run. So here is the first one that I'm taking, Purdue versus Penn State, again, plus 3.5. The reason why I like this one, so number one, it's positive expected value and it fits the market width. The second reason why I like it is we're getting these lines. So we're getting it at 3.5 at minus 110 odds. Most other books, PointsBet, FanDuel, WinBet, aside from these three, BetRivers, Caesars, and MGM, have this at minus 115. So still a little bit closer to the line that we're betting it at, but still more heavily juiced towards Purdue covering that 3.5 spread. But the main reason why I liked it is both OddsJam and BetOnline here price this spread closer to +3. So they actually think that Purdue should be 3-point favorites as opposed to 3.5. And that field goal, everybody knows, is a huge deal. Those 3 points is a huge deal in football, where a game can be decided by exactly a field goal. If that happens, these bets would have pushed while we would have won these bets. So getting a spread even a half point higher than what the closing line ends up being, it's remarkable just how much that can increase your profits, beating it by just half a point, which is what we're doing here. So that's why I like the Purdue one. The LSU one I also like for pretty much similar logic. We're getting them at 2.5 when most books think they should be priced at 3. PointsBet, FanDuel, Caesars, DraftKings, BetOnline has them LSU -3. BetOnline actually has LSU even more juiced at that -3 number, whereas OddsJam, again, this is the true line, what we view the true line, has it kind of even money 3 points. But again, getting that half point from a favorite to cover 2.5 over 3 is huge, because if they win by exactly a field goal, we would have won our bets. So if both of these games end at exactly 3 points, which is the projected outcome if you go off of the sharper sports books, we would have won both our bets because we were line shopping for the best price. If we had just gone with whatever DraftKings or FanDuel or whatever had, we would have both our bets would have been refunded and we would not have won. So this just highlights the importance of line shopping. It also highlights the type of value you can find for bigger spreads and bigger totals like I found here. Obviously, again, this is only half a point difference. But in basketball and football, getting half a point, whether it's a spread or a total, is just monumental in terms of profiting in the long run betting on sports. So I recommend tailing these two bets. Again, it's LSU -2.5, Purdue +3.5. I go off of the Kelly calculator mostly to unit size, and this has me at about a 3.3% unit. So you can basically round this down to 3 units. I'm going to put $80 on both of these. I have them over here, placed bet. And we're hoping that MGM accepts this. And we are good to go. Both bets have been placed. LSU -2.5, Purdue +3.5. And that's going to be it as of right now for my early college football betting lines. I recommend tailing these. Let me know if you do. Comment on the video. But that's going to be it. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.